Having an animal custom butchered for personal home consumption has been a long-standing common practice for livestock producers in the United States. But sometimes you might wonder, how is it possible that a 1,200-pound steer was taken to the processing plant and you only picked up 475 pounds of beef? Or why did that hog only produce 125 pounds of pork when it weighed 250 pounds when you delivered it? Or, even worse, a 130-pound lamb turns out to only be 60 pounds in the freezer. As a general rule, most cattle will have an average dressing percentage of 63%. This means that a beef animal weighing 1,000 pounds will result in a carcass that weighs only 630 pounds after slaughter. Other factors to consider are breed, frame, fat percentage, bone-in or boneless cuts, gut fill, shorn versus unshorn sheep, aging times if you're curing bacons or hams. All those will be a factor in the percent of meat returned. As a rule of thumb, the average dressing percentage for cattle is 60%. The average dressing percentage for hogs is about 70 to 72%, and the average dressing percentage for sheep is about 50%. Those good percentages reflect if the animal was a steer or a barrow or a wether, but sometimes people will purchase heifers, immature females, dairy breeds, or possibly excessively fat or poorly muscled animals, and then the carcass weights will go down even further. Let me give you this scenario. Let's say you have a 1,200-pound cow. You ask for a nice variety of boneless and bone-in cuts, and maybe an 85-15 percentage of fat ground beef. Your yield might reasonably be 732 pounds dressed weight, but then your packaged weight will be only 490 pounds. The take-home weight is less than half of the original weight of the animal. These pandemic restrictions have caused even further problems for people wanting custom cuts. Most slaughterhouses are currently scheduling for February of 2021, but some are 18 months out for a slaughter date. Call ahead. Ask to be on a cancellation list. Manage weights for the expected date. So to get an optimal weight to get the most bang for your buck, you're going to need 368 days to get a 1,200-pound live weight calf. Hogs will take you 5 to 6 months to get a 280-pound pig, and then sheep are 6 to 8 months to get that 130-pound lamb. Another reason that you might not be receiving back the poundage you think you should is if people decide that they want to have aged, cured, or smoked meats. If you're applying a heat process as well as salt curing, it will greatly reduce yields returned from the animals. Also, the longer a whole carcass ages, the more moisture it loses due to evaporation. Next, you're going to want to maximize your butcher bill. Check pricing and added costs to make sure that you're not getting any extra charges. Individual packaging costs more, so go with 2 steaks in a package instead of 1. Ask for bones for stock to bring home and utilize later, and hog fat to be rendered into lard later. I hope this helps to clear up some misconceptions. I want to give a big shout out to Hampshire FFA chapter for their hospitality, and next month's topic will be specialty processing and processing of animal byproducts.